Hiya, Renee Jones here. Twinkling lights and displays of peace on earth are everywhere in this season. And maybe we are kinder and more giving to others, which is quite lovely. And at the same time, we're often not so kind and giving to ourselves. How peaceful is it in your head? Yeah, and me sometimes. It's a challenge to consistently replace all the negative thoughts and feelings for encouraging ones, especially if we don't quite believe them yet. And it's possible and very productive when we do, because that cultivates the peace we seek and it heals our hearts. So what would peace and healing in your heart look like? How would you feel, think, and act differently? So it's the season of parties. Imagine yourself walking in. Depending on where it is and who you're with, it might be harder or easier. But if you were at peace with yourself, what would be different? Would you feel confident? Would you have charisma? Would you feel at home? How would it look and how would it feel? What would you be thinking? What would you be doing? See and feel yourself with that kind of peace in your heart. It's important to have an image, because otherwise it's like trying to put together a jigsaw puzzle with no picture. It can be done, but it takes longer. It's just harder. So what is that image? You got it? Now, how can you get there? What would you need to do or change in order to have that level of peace? Is it where you let your mind go when it's unsupervised? Is it allowing yourself to ruminate too long? Is it relationships or situations that you just sort of tolerate? Is it not following through on your goals? What would you choose to do or to let go of for the promise of being at peace? Now, sure, we all have thoughts and feelings and actions that aren't really that helpful. And that's why we're stuck. So start with one and focus on shifting it to a better place. Now, it takes time, and wholesale change is just too hard, but consistently replacing one thought, feeling, or action begins to create change. And then you can go for another one. And if you're like me, you'll have plenty to keep you busy. But one at a time truly does shift things. Peace and healing will come. And if you'd like to create a plan of action and accountability to stay on track, contact me. All the best.